But elections are about the future. And I believe different times call for different leaders.
Mike Pence says he, and not Donald Trump, should be the next president of the United States. The former vice president and Indiana governor is trying to draw clear differences between the two former political partners, and he's doing it on day one of the Pence presidential campaign. News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist was there for the announcement. You saw right here on Wish TV. He was the only Indianapolis TV reporter in the room and joins us now from Des Moines. Garrett.
Well, Pence didn't mince words about either the current occupant of the Oval Office or his old boss. The question is whether voters will agree with both of those takes. The former vice president and Indiana governor says he's making character and loyalty to the Constitution central to his campaign.
As your president, I will not yield an inch in defending America, our people, or our values. But I promise you, I will do so in a way consistent with the character and decency of the American people.
As with his Republican primary rivals, Pence attacked the Biden administration over regulations and border policies. He also decried what he called woke ideology in classrooms and corporations. Some of his most pointed remarks concerned the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol.
On that day, President Trump also demanded that I choose between him and the Constitution. Now voters will be faced with the same choice. I chose the Constitution.
Pence went on to say no one who asks someone to put themselves ahead of the Constitution should ever be elected or re-elected to the presidency. He says Trump was wrong then, and he's still wrong about the 2020 election. Pence's supporters say that's the sort of character they're looking for.
I think Pence, honestly, he has the type of character. His background and everything makes it easy to support him, but it also makes it easy to understand where he's coming from.
He already has at least one key political figure from back home in his corner. House Speaker Todd Houston says he will support Pence's run in any way he can.
Well, first of all, I think Hoosiers know Mike Pence, the quality of the person. I certainly do. And I think Mike Pence has a vision for America that's positive, optimistic, and will get us back to, I think, the American dream we all hope to have.
Pence's campaign says he will continue to meet with voters here in Iowa tomorrow. Live in Ankeny, Iowa, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Garrett, strong words there toward former President Trump. Has there been any response?
Well, so far, Trump hasn't said anything specific to his former vice president. Now, meanwhile, the chair of the Indiana Democratic Party issued a statement earlier this afternoon in which he attacked Pence over the Religious Freedom Restoration Act and his stance towards Syrian refugees. Those are both from Pence's time as governor of Indiana. And he asked why Pence didn't launch his campaign in Indiana if he was so proud of his record as governor.